The one thing I want to make this week is an app with Claude Fable 5. That's the one thing. It's coming back. And I know this is our maker focus stream. But I'm still excited. Can't keep me from being excited
too,
about that.
I didn't even get to use it before, so
I know. That's how I built Sports Ball Stupid.
The night that I was going to use it.
Oh man, I got to tell you, I've gone around and around and around with other apps that I've built subsequently with these various these, usually Opus 4.8, and it's fine. It's not horrible, but like I just feel like my experience with Fable building a bigger, more complex app was a lot more streamlined with a lot less back and forth to nail the details than it's been, especially in building some of these things recently. So I'm kind of chomping at the bit, even though I don't really have like a queue of what's the next thing I'm going to build. I'm still like, antsy for it.
Yeah, I'm redoing the WSDOT app basically. It's codenamed Project Evergreen right now, but like every time I give it a command to write the codes and everything, like it fumbles a lot and gets off task, and I'm constantly having to go back and keep it on task. So
interesting. So you're going to build a better app.
I'm going to try Fable 5 when it comes out for that.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Is it going to be better than the default in some way, shape, or form with their own API?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like I mean, this app is going to be insane. Like you'll be able to make a dashboard of all your travel times that you want. It has traffic flow data into, I'm using Apple Maps, and then I overlaid it with the traffic there, and then you have cameras. I'm adding ferries into it. Like it is 100% like I'm going all out. And here's the thing. I beta tested the original WSDOT app for the developer. I don't know if he's still there anymore. He might have retired. But when
he's probably gone.
But like they put ads in it. It's got ads all over it. It looks horrible. It's like, looks like it was designed for iOS 6.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm like, it looks horrible. Like we are in a tech related city, and yet this is
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, that's the thing. If you could build a better app with their own APIs, that says everything.
I know. I was like, okay, we're just gonna do this.
So. I don't even install it. Like, on Android at least. I'm like, it's garbage.
Well, the
on,
iOS
on any platform.
I haven't downloaded. I'm sure the Android is probably the same, but
it is guaranteed.
Yeah. So, anyways,
more to come. Okay, so
maybe I'll show a preview on Thursday.
Yeah, no, I'd be interested in seeing at least what you've got. The only thing that I was showing you before the stream was like something that would just be a little more basic of like guessing whether or not it would be, it would be okay to leave. Like, is it going to be okay to get to my destination at a certain point? Like, what are the problems that are going to exist there? Like, if I've got, a party to get to, but it's a small party, but it's happening at the same time as some other kind of thing. I don't really know. I don't know if I'm even going to fully bake that out either, because I started to think, well, why not just use like Apple Maps or Google Maps? Because I'm like, it was starting to feel kind of like similar enough. And I'm like, there wasn't enough, I feel, value in terms of like baking it out in full, apart from maybe just doing it and as kind of just an exercise, just a thought exercise of trying it. Kind of like the weather apps that I've done, just kind of like, well, let's see how this works. So this one, I'm going to jump right into my prints. Play Action Toys did this droid. I don't know if you remember from the Jawas.
Yeah.
Did this droid. It took a bit of work because the fastener on the bottom to connect the silver or gray piece to it, I kept having problems. It was so thin that it would snap. And I resized it down to like 95% to get it to go in, and it fits fine. I was able to, there's a little bit of a wiggle, but not that much. So I was able to print those out. These antenna and the eyepiece took some glue to fasten in there. Otherwise, they wouldn't have snapped in. My concern in sending this on to Polymaker is that to showcase is that unfortunately, like I don't think these antenna would travel well, like in the box. And I really want to send it along because I mean it is a representative droid, it is a representative of their filament. But it's the antenna that I'm really concerned about snapping, even with the strong PLA.
I think you'd have to get a box inside of a box to kind of put
it
in.
Like, you know what? You're probably right. You might be right. If I had a box that was small enough to fit in there,
yeah,
it could probably work. So then I moved on. I finally got those done. I gotta make or glue in some more antenna at some point. But are you familiar with this creature at all? You might not be. This is what's known as a Purrgil.
Okay.
So at the end of Rebels, it's the thing that took Thrawn and Ezra away.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They live in hyperspace, and so someone had released this model, a guy that was actually, I found out about him because he's in one of my Facebook 3D printing groups. It's two pieces. You can see the seam, if I'm careful with this here. The seam is like right straight up the middle there. So glued together. The seam, unfortunately, it's one of those models where they use pegs, like you use pegs to connect the two pieces. I just had nothing. I could never get it lined up, and then there'd be a gap. I'm like, oh, just forget this. So I just sidelined the pegs and then just went with just gluing the two halves together and calling it a day. Because I mean, that was the only way to get it as close to seamless as possible. So now I have a Purrgil, which is rather nice. He did a couple of other creatures too. I think, yeah, he did the Eris frog, the Grogu's frog with the one eye.
Yeah.
He did it with for multi color changes, but I decided like, I'm fine with, for a lot of this stuff, I'll go with the monochromatic look and be okay. I'm just going to try to brighten it up a bit. There we go. That's much better. Sorry, I don't have a side light on right now, so I just turned on. That's much better. Much cleaner. Then I still had some Galactic Armory on the desktop. Finally got, I hate when I see this. I hate when I see and this always happens, Matt.
I know. We talk about it every week.
Every damn time, man. Like, oh, look, I cleaned up all the... Let me tell you, there's nothing in the world harder than trying to remove supports from one of these transparent, like, PLA pieces, because sometimes you can't tell where the supports stop and the model begins. Either way, I got a Republic Commando here. Turned out really well. And again, I'm trying to get it so that you can see. I mean, it's completely translucent.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked out very, very well. I printed three or four of them.
Is that a Polymaker filament?
What's that?
Is that a Polymaker filament?
This was actually, there is a Polymaker filament that's like this, but this was a printed solid filament that I still had that was completely transparent. I hadn't used it. And I'm like, what would be interesting? I'm like, well, I'm always printing, these characters in these various colors. I'm like, well, it may be interesting to do kind of a translucent series of these commandos and clones. A few weeks ago, I printed this, but on a stand. I removed the stand and reprinted with this filament. And it's just a phase 2 clone trooper.
Yeah.
That again, just these are things. Some of them they just look better IRL. Found a new Darth Malgus model. Haven't found many of him. Come on, focus. Are we?
It's coming.
We're really not going to focus. Come on, Malgus. Hello. How about if I just? Oh, there we go. Okay, so
yeah,
don't know why I did that. Pretty decent. Low poly though, and I could tell because of the way the cape was done. A low poly cape, but it was nice. It turned out. I feel. I think it's potentially the red filament color that's throwing off the focus. Not used to it, but there you can see the side. I think this was an original work. I don't think it was AI. I think the next thing I'm going to show you was a scan of an actual model, from what I could tell. Yeah,
Oh,
it doesn't
yeah.
like the red.
Yeah, it doesn't like the red.
But I
Yeah.
decided, I'm like, if I'm doing a Palpatine, I've already got him in gray. I've already got him in black. It's like, oh, let me do him in red. I had the red on, so I figured I'd do one of. Yeah, it really doesn't like that. But anyway, a Palpatine. As soon as I am an unfocused Palpatine. Yes, I don't want to focus. I can't focus. I have ADHD with this camera. Apparently, hates red. Found that model. This one also, I believe, is a scan. Yeah, it really likes the purple. And I think it's a scan of one of the Funko pops or the bobbleheads, not a pop.
Yeah.
They're collectible, and I could tell because of the stand.
Okay.
Because I have these with the stand. So he released, whoever it did, scanned quite a few of them. Some of them, the bases did not turn out well at all, but this one I feel turned out pretty well. So I printed that one as well as a couple others here. I could probably, or could have probably, removed them from their stands. There's a C3PO.
Yeah. Turned out good.
And again, the stands. I decided to, for whatever reason, printing them with the stands. There's the trooper. What I may end up doing is printing them larger without the stands, because I believe they will balance well. In looking at the profile, I'm like, I feel that's going to balance well, even if you had it off the stand.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes a challenge. But I really I was using this filament. This is a filament 1. It's a sparkle. There, you can really see it.
Yeah,
like a purple, rich
yeah.
purple sparkle. Really turned out well with the Purrgil as well as these figurines. So I'm like, yeah, I'll print more. That artist, the same artist that did the Purrgil and the frog, also did this Jawa, which I thought was kind of neat. Don't see too many Jawa. Only thing I did was I cut off the bottom because I felt it would work. It would have worked better to be flatter rather than having to remove like a copious amount of supports under him. The way it was modeled. He also released a Dianoga, and this is the first run at my I wish I could reprint him, and I might try to still reprint him. But when I tried to do it at an angle, it kept failing. So I didn't want to do that. So I had to print it on the bottom, and you can see some of the suction cups on the bottom came out. Yeah. But of course, you also have scarring that happens. But either way, it was printed, up like typical orientation. But nice Dianoga in a very rich burgundy color, also a printed solid color for this one. There's probably a few supports that I missed there, but yeah. Oh, I thought you said something.
Oh no, I was just saying it looks good.
This is again in a printed solid filament. I printed this one because I noticed if I printed it in this orientation, it would have a lot of supports. So I ended up printing it on its back, like this. Of course, by doing that, you get a lot of scarring. Yeah. On the back. It is a helmet for ants, Tech Cheaper. Now this is I will say this is a very unique print for me. A very not unique in the sense that look, it's Darth Vader Halo. You probably can't tell because it worked out really well, but I was trying to remove a support that was jammed up back in here. And I was like, whack, 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 whack. And then I whacked the helmet all the way through. So I ended up getting like a battle damaged Halo helmet. I looked at it, I'm like, normally this is the kind of thing that I would want to reprint. Like, I could do a better job. But then I looked at the piece and like just the way it was done and the cutout there, I'm like, it's kind of authentic. So I decided to keep this broken a Darth Vader Halo helmet because, as I said, the piece basically clips, or should, watch me break it now, clip basically right in, even though it is slightly cracked. I may end up trying to reprint it, but I'm not sure it would even be worth reprinting at that point. But you can't, you'd have to look really hard.
Yeah.
There it is. There's it's over here, the cracked piece. And I'm just like, I think I'm okay with it. It's not bothering me. And sometimes it's when something bothers me that I'll want to remake it. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. So I may, again, I reserve the right to remake this. I don't know. I don't have a lot of this particular filament left, and I wanted to use this filament specifically for this particular model. But I may end up reprinting it with different filament, knowing that I'm just going to go through that filament with supports.
I'll be right back. I have to run.
Oh,
I'll right back.
yeah. Go for it. We need like an interim screen, like an intermission. Everyone, go get a beverage. Go get a tasty beverage. Go enjoy yourself. Go enjoy the weather. Go touch grass. Or not. You don't have to touch grass. You don't. Actually, I can hear it. I touch grass. Oh, touch. Okay. Here we go. Now I need to go back to this window and do screen. Entire screen. Nope. Window. Here we go. Move over to this view. And look at that. We're going to touch grass, people. We're going to touch grass. Just touch the grass. I'm going to enjoy the touching of the grass. Look what we got here. Okay. There's the increase the touch area. Touch the grass here. Grass over here. Spin it around. Lovely touching grass.
Sorry.
So nice. So nice. Sorry, no, Matt, I was touching grass. While I said, while we were in intermission, I'm like, y'all do something, get a drink, go touch grass. I'm like, oh, okay, well. So we touched grass together while we waited, Matt. Now we're back. No longer need to touch grass. I'm glad that we're doing this because I think I'm seeing Gretchen tonight. Because I've had this for the past week, but I hadn't taken it over to her. It's one of those Darth Vader cat helmet things.
Oh yeah.
That I'm going to try to get on her cat. It's got like the ears going there, and so I don't know how it's going to work.
You might come home with some injuries, maybe.
I'm willing to suffer from my craft, shall I say?
Sleep with one eye open.
But yeah, this is. I want if I could print one for Rocket, my Schnauzer, I would. But I don't know if she might like sit there still, but I couldn't find one. But someone to release this, I'm like, I have to try this. I have to. And Basil's a nice cat. Basil's a very nice cat. He might like deal with it. He might be okay for like a second.
Well, they will, and then they'll attack you, and then they'll come after you.
Well, I don't know if he's gonna attack, but I want to at least try it for like a second and get a video or a short clip.
I want
to see how oh, look at that. I forgot to remove these supports, Matt. That's great.
You should have Gretchen do a video of you actually trying to put it on, and I think
she may be the one that have to put it on, but I'm like, I gotta try to get a video. I'll do it whatever way. I'll try. And then right now I'm doing an ATRT driver, but it's in the finishing touches. But this is the last thing that I've got, a lithophane of sorts of Grogu that I decided, not a true lithophane in the sense that it was printed flat, but I printed it with that purple because I had it, and I'm like, that's kind of neat. I'm like, and I had the model. I'm like, yeah, I think that might work in purple. I mean, you see a lot of Grogu with green, so why not, go with the slightly different color? And so this one turned out, I think, exceedingly well. All the prints here, all the makes. That's everything that I've got here on my desk, apart from the mess that I made when I dropped my coffee on the carpet. So I got to get carpets cleaned on because and when I tried to clean it, I made it even worse. Yeah. So give me a second.
Start with the smaller stuff that I printed. So this is what I printed last week because it was so hot in here. I was trying to find something small to print. So I printed this Grogu Benchy.
Grogu Benchy?
Yeah. But he's got no top, so yeah.
Interesting. I don't know if I saw the Grogu Benchy.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. There's one with the actual, top for it, and then there's one without the top.
Oh, okay.
I got the one without the top, and I probably print the other one too, but just to put in my bathroom. So, and then I forgot that I had the orange filament in there, and I was going to do a red lightsaber, but I ended
The
up
twisty
putting the
thing.
wrong filament color in the AMS. So when I chose the filament color, and then I'd already committed to it when I got to the top of it, I was like, why are you printing with the orange? You're supposed to be printing with the red. And so now I have an orange lightsaber. But I
Hey,
think you
that's
printed
fine.
this. I think you printed this fidget.
Yeah, I printed it with a different purple than the purple I used
so
here.
this is orange because I didn't change the right filament color. And
Oh,
so
well, you know
I'd already
what? It's
committed
not
to it at
bad.
that point. So I'll probably reprint it
It's
with
not.
the red. But
It works. I mean, I'm looking
does.
at it. I
No,
know
it
exactly
does.
what it
I'll
is.
save it. But I wanted a red one. And then I
Yeah.
also want to do a green one. So but I ran out of green filament. So but yeah, I'm gonna do a couple of those. I printed this last night. This was another fidget. I'm kind of in the fidgets.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the Darth.
Yeah. Those.
So
The Darth Death Star. Yeah.
yeah, I've been actually keeping these on my desk at work, and I sit there and play with them during meetings.
That's what they're for.
What else do I got to do?
Fidgets.
I'm like, I probably drive all my coworkers crazy, but most of them have headphones in anyway, so not a big deal.
They're fidgets. They're supposed to be that.
And then I had
They're
to come to a
supposed to do.
realization that I am out of space. Like my shelf back here is maxed out right now. I have prints that I can't even figure out what to do with. So I have to be more
like
practical.
that Falcon.
I have to, the Falcon's sitting over in the corner and taking up the whole thing. I may actually print a smaller version. I may reprint it in the smaller one and give you this big one. Because I just don't know where to put it. And I know you got the space, so I might print a smaller version of it. And then give you that one. But I've been printing some more practical things. So I've been redoing all of our drawers with the Grid Infinities. So I'm printing right now some more Grid Infinities, but I've been printing these just these little trays that I can put in the drawers so I can get organized more and just keep everything. So the nice thing about Grid Infinity is they're everywhere. Like there's every type of box you need. There's every type of, you can make your own grids. You can do all of that. So I've been doing that. And then I'm collecting baseballs. Obviously, I know you're not a big sports person, but I've been collecting baseballs. We went to Banana Ball. I don't know if you ever heard of Banana Ball. It's not like baseball. Well, it is kind of like baseball, but they do tricks and catches in the outfield. So they play baseball. They hit the baseball with a bat, but they use a yellow ball. And then they do tricks, and you get points for the tricks versus the runs. So it's a little different than regular baseball. But I've been collecting baseballs. I have a Mariners one for when they won the AL division. And
I have a Star Wars baseball somewhere.
Do you have a Star Wars? Oh, so yeah. So anyway, so I've been printing these little stands that the baseballs can sit on, because otherwise I just put them in the corner. And so I'm hoping my wife will let me put them out in the living room, because she's kind of into baseball too. So but eventually I want to travel to more stadiums and collect baseballs from the other stadiums. So I think that would be something fun to do, and then put up on the shelf. And I think that's it. Yeah. So
well, it's a good
that
thing.
is what I've been printing.
That's a good array.
Yeah,
it's a solid array.
It's been cooler now, so it's nicer to print versus
well,
when it's
right now. Let me pull up the weather.
Yeah. It is supposed to get warmer, but only in the 70s this weekend. So
yeah, we're gonna hit high. Okay, so high of 77. The highest is 77 on Monday, which is still we're in the 70s. It's fine. It's like when it starts getting into the 80s.
Yeah,
that's where, and then it goes back down again. Then it'll hit 59 in another. Well, according to the Apple weather, another little bit. Which is, again, I'm happy to have gotten through June mostly unscathed. I'll deal with a couple of the slightly warmer days, and mitigate it It's when it hits 80 that I feel it gets too hot in here. Even with the protection that I've got set up, it gets entirely too warm. And even with the newer like things that I've got set up, gets to be a bit of a challenge.
And I had both the printers going, and it did raise the temperature a little bit, but yeah.
So wait, hang on. Did I? And you kind of your audio kind of cuts out when you like move your mouth away from the mic, the way the mic is. Were you suggesting that I would have to adopt that giant falcon?
Yeah.
Where the am I gonna put it?
I don't know.
I know where I'll put it, Matt. I put it on the dining room table.
Yeah.
That's where I'll put it.
Yeah.
In there. Like
I
right
still have the Grogu one that I need to print too.
Oh, it's right. Yeah.
So I'll probably print the Grogu one. Yeah, and then I have a couple things to give you that I think you'll like. So, but I do need to print the Grogu, and I'm going to print the Dark Grogu. I think for you.
Oh yeah,
I think you'll like that.
Darth one. There's
the Dark one. Yeah. Did you see on there? They printed I think it was on their Instagram.
I might have. I think I did catch the Instagram. Like, dang, they did a really good job with the model.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna print a couple of those, and then I may end up parting ways with it. And
like
we put it at Formula Brewing, and
see the thing is, even when you brought it last time, I would be afraid someone would knock it and it would just, and I'm like, no, dude, that would break my heart. I'm like, no.
So anyways, it sits over in the corner right now. It's like, I was like, what do I do with it now? Like, it was cool.
See, that's the thing. Cool. It's like, I'm careful. I'm like, I know if I run out of room, I've got plans on top of plans on top of plans.
Yeah.
I got shelf space to go and grow, right? And then floating shelves. And like, I mean, then I start pruning. Like, do I really like the way, like, this print was okay? I don't care. Like, give it away, like, and just start moving stuff around. Reoptimizing.
The only other thing I can think of is if I could try and mount it to the wall somehow.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah, as long as your mounts are good.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the bottom and see if there's some way I could make a mount or use something to mount it. I don't know. I tried to mount a Millennium Falcon before, and actually use like invisible. I was trying to make it float from the ceiling, basically. And
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That didn't work. I ended up dropping and shattering it into pieces. So, and then I cried because it was all broken. So,
yeah, that's the thing. Is like, it's soul crushing. No.
So. Alrighty, well, that's all I've got.
All right, yeah, that's it for me too. There's nothing else. You'll see hopefully some kind of photo or video of the cat, 3D printed cat Darth helmet thing in social.
Are you staying the night?
I'm going to try to do it tonight. What's that?
Are you going to stay the night down there? Or?
Yeah. Well,
we'll
see.
No Fable 5 for you then.
Well, I gotta. There's stuff that's going on here, there, and everywhere. Oh, hang on, just a second. Okay. Someone's picking up a mic from me, porch pickup or whatever, and it didn't come with the cable. So he's like, is it okay if it was less price? I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. I'm not gonna go digging through the right try to find the right cables for one thing or another. I was like, yeah, I don't care. It's just taking up space. Don't care. So I don't think it cost much of anything. I've been going through a lot of my old electronics. Like that, I look at it, I'm like, this is sitting in a drawer. Like it's worth something to somebody. And, I've been making, $1 here, $1 there. It's surprising.
Yeah.